to come in contact with Anu. A 9-foot tall being with thick woolly hair and fiery eyes, right? With gold chest plate and 4 wings, right? And a staff. And when he opened his mouth, it sounded like, right, 1,000 lions roaring, right? Man, you tremble, man. You tremble at that, you know. You tremble at that the sound of his voice, man. You see what I'm saying? The man's voice sounded like 1,000 lions roaring at one time. 9 foot tall with eyes of fire, real thick woolly hair with a crown on his head that'll blind you, man, from the diamonds and rubies on it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't look at God, because he got too much diamonds and jewelry on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't see God and live, blind you, man. Take your sight out from the crown that he knew got on his head, which would be equivalent to $2 trillion down here if he traded in. If you can get a hold of the new crown and break it down for the gold and rubies on this thing and the technology that they got on it, you would get over. They probably wouldn't have enough money to cash you out down here, man. That's how much this crown worth that he got on his head. See what I'm saying? A being that know what you gonna say or think before you say it, right? Because like I told you at that Galactic Conference, when I walked up to him after he paused everybody, I was going up to him to ask him, like, you know, what did you do? But before I could even say, what did you do? You know, he'd already answered, yeah, I paused there. But you know what I'm saying? So this being is, you dealing with a being who is mathematically inclined to the highest or 9 to the 9th power, right? And you don't want to see Anu in this etheric form. You will literally explode by coming in contact with so much power, man. You understand what's going on here? You talking about, man, you think you bad? Just go plug. Hey, I'm gonna show you something, man. You think you wanna come in contact with Anu? Man, stick your finger in one of them plug sockets, right? Feel how that feels, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, then imagine that times 10,000. You know what I'm saying? That's what your answer. That's what you experience. That's what you experience coming in contact with a new etheric form. But when he comes to conferences, he slows his vibration down, right? Because Anu vibrated in the 9th density and he blocked it off. Well, he have a throne where only certain beings could come up to the 9th density. Certain beings who have a galactic past to come to the 9th density, which is his children, his wives, right, his family members, and certain beings who are part of his cabinet. Because you gotta understand, the 9th throne room, the 9th, what we call the 9th throne room, where Anu resides, right? It's like kind of like the Oval Office in the White House, right? It's kind of like the Oval Office. So a new Oval Office is the 9th layer where he resides, and only certain beings could come into that area, right? Or come to that, vibrate on that frequency. He only let certain beings vibrate on that frequency, right? Such as Murdoch, right? Italy, right? Which is Jibrail, right? And we're going in, right? So we're moving in a way by which we are introducing you to what went down prior to one of the elections that went down between Anu and his brother. So if you understand about the Oval Office in the White House and how the president sit at his desk and sign things into law and all this, right? In his throne room, right? You know, you notice like the Secret Service, they go out, the president can't even come inside of the Oval Office unless it's an emergency, right? They sit outside of the Oval Office, right? And like I say, Anu has his own Oval Office, which is called the 9th layer, which is a lot more complicated, right, than just the Oval Office down here. I mean, you're talking about infinity space. You're talking about files and paperwork and prayers and all kind of stuff, man. Files, and he got people working. He got a secretary, you know, in there working. He got different people working. You know, he taking calls from different galaxies, from beings who need his assistance, or some people need some of his people to come over there and assist them with dealing with these insects, different other things. Man, he handled a lot of presidential stuff. And when you the president, you handle presidential stuff. As it above, so is it below. We're taking you back 90 billion years when we came here on the Pegasus Ark. You know, because we escaped the Pegasus system before it's getting ready to explode due to a whole big war that took place versus us, versus the insects, right? And so we came here with a couple of our people who we were down with, right? Such as the Canarians, who are the bird people, who we told you are the fathers and mothers of the reptilians because they were a being by the name of Mother Huber, right? Drafted the reptilian beings as a seed out of these beings and placed them under the water, right? And created her own military who was under her control, who secretly she wanted to overthrow and knew it anyway, right? Who now Mother Huber is the one, is the head commander over the Draco star system, right? And that's why they say, like I told you, the queen is the ruler, or the queen is the leader of the reptilians. Because Mother Huber is the queen that they're talking about, right?